Hook, Line, and Sinker, a Kepler Story, written by Kevin Kennedy. Welcome back to Kepler. Situated on the southwestern edge of North Dakota, our little town is home to a cast of characters. Busy with work, the harvest, church, and all sorts of activities, the citizens of Kepler always have something going on. In fact, we'll join Gil, whose retirement is anything but relaxing, as he prepares to take young Jack out fishing for the first time. Let's see how this unlikely friendship unfolds.
Probably not dryness or heat that's doing it. If it has more sun or it's been drier or something, I would say certainly go ahead and water it. The other thing is maybe the root system of that particular plant is maybe not quite as developed or quite as good as other plants. If that's the case, then the watering.
So, this is the bait shop.
Are we getting worms?
No, I was thinking we would get some lures.
I thought you fished with worms.
You can.
I like worms. I want to get some worms.
I'll get you a nice spinnerbait. Excuse me. Hello? I was wondering if you could help me.
Welcome to Hook, Line, and Sinker, the best bait shop in North Dakota. We specialize in fishing rods, lures, and all your fishing needs. Take a look around, and if you need anything, don't hesitate to ask.
I was wondering if you could show me...
We import the best products from all over the world, and remember, if we don't have it at Hook, Line, and Sinker, the fish won't like it.
Thank you. I was wondering if you had...
Do you have any worms?
Over there.
I'm looking for some spinnerbaits. We're going bass fishing.
That way. We also have many different brands. If we don't have it, we can get it, or it no longer exists.
What is with this guy?
Hook, Line, and Sinker is committed to your fishing enjoyment. Hooray.
Oh, hey, Ray, what are you doing here?
I came by to drop off some more entrance forms for the fishing tournament next weekend. What are you doing here?
I came by to get some lures. I'm taking Carolyn's son, Jack, fishing.
Oh, I forgot you promised to do that. Are you taking him out on Lake Killebrew?
No, I've been having problems with my boat motor.
I thought you got that fixed.
No, I've been trying to fix it myself.
You know, it's really nice of you to take him fishing because his grandpa doesn't fish.
I know.
Where are you taking him then?
I'm taking him to fish in that pond behind the old Kepler house.
Are there any fish in there?
Oh, yeah. It's connected to the stream, so it gets some fish. I've caught some sunfish and bass in there.
What are you going to talk to him about for 2 hours?
I was worried about that, so I have a card with some questions I've written down.
You know, you should fish with him in the tournament next weekend.
No, that might be a bit much to have him on the water that long.
You can come in as soon as you catch a fish.
I know.
Gil, you have to come over here. They have huge fish in this tank. Hi, Ray.
Hi, Jack.
Where?
In the back. Isn't that cool?
That's a largemouth bass. That's what we're going fishing for today.
Does he eat worms?
Probably.
Can we get him?
No, I think he belongs to the owner. That's a pretty big fish.
Hey, mister, can we buy your fish?
The owner caught that. He was proud of it and wanted to show it off in the store. He's probably gonna release it.
Let's get it from him.
I think we should catch our own.
Okay. The worm's over here. I want to get a bunch.
And don't you want a lure?
No, I want worms. Worms are cool.
I'll take this spinnerbait, and can we have some worms?
What's that big fish's name?
I don't know.
You should give it a name.
I don't have a name to give it.
I think you should name it... Bingo.
Bingo.
Yeah, that's a good name.
Okay.
Bye, Bingo. We'll come see you later.
Okay.
Can we come back here?
Sure, the next time we come fishing.
Can we fish in that tournament next weekend?
What tournament?
The bass fishing tournament. The one that Ray is sponsoring. There was a big sign on the wall in there. Didn't you see it?
No.
Aren't we going bass fishing today?
Yeah.
So, can we fish in that tournament next weekend?
Sure.
I want to get a friend for Bingo.
Bingo?
The fish inside the tank in there. I don't want him to be lonely.
I don't think he's lonely.
Sure he is. Fish swim in schools. There's no school in that tank.
Okay.
Good. I want him to have a friend.
year, they'll tend to have an awful lot of seed the next year, and that's because it's the survival, sort of the survival bit, if they call it.
Are you sure you don't want to try a lure? I bought 2 of them. You could use the same lure as me and catch a largemouth bass easily.
No, I want to use a worm. Will you please put a worm on my hook?
Sure. Now we wait. Let's see. Who is your favorite baseball player?
I don't watch baseball.
Oh, who is your favorite football player?
No one.
If you could go anywhere in the world, where would you go?
To Saturn.
I mean in the world.
Saturn.
That's another planet. Here on Earth is what I'm asking.
I would rather go to Saturn.
But if you couldn't go to Saturn, where would you go on Earth?
Nowhere.
Ah, darn it!
You dropped your card in the water.
I know.
That's littering. You're not supposed to litter.
I know.
I never litter.
I know. Sorry I yelled, but that was a very important card.
What was on it?
It was some questions I was going to ask you. Now I don't have it.
I've got some questions. What's your favorite color?
Green, I guess.
My friend Joey likes green. I like red.
I like red also.
Would you rather jump out of a plane or breathe underwater?
That's a good question. If I choose to breathe underwater, would I have to live in the water?
No, but you could if you want to.
Breathe underwater.
Me too. I can't really swim yet. If I could breathe underwater, then I wouldn't have to worry about drowning.
That's a good point.
Have you ever done a flip on a trampoline?
No. Have you?
I got close once, but I fell on my face.
Ouch!
Have you ever kissed a girl?
Yes, my wife Helen.
Is she a girl?
I think so. You might want to ask her when we get home.
What was it like? Was it wet?
Not really.
My friend Joey thinks it's wet because your lips are covered in spit.
Maybe it is a little wet. What is it like when you kiss your mom?
She's not a girl.
Oh, right.
I don't think I'm ever going to kiss a girl.
Why not? It's nice.
You think it's nice?
Yeah, sometimes.
Maybe someday then.
Isn't there a girl you like?
Nobody at my new school in Kepler. At my old school in Chicago, I liked this girl named Jane.
What was she like?
She was the fastest runner in our class. Faster than all of the boys.
Did you ever kiss her?
No.
Maybe that's why you never kissed her. She always got away.
She sat next to me in Mrs. Kinselow's class. She smelled really nice, like cinnamon rolls.
Helen always smells nice.
What does she smell like?
Rhubarb pie.
Jane is the best reader in our class, and she wore a pink sweater every Friday in class. I really liked that pink sweater.
Is Jane pretty?
Yes, when she smiled, she got these holes in her cheeks.
Dimples.
Yeah, and she had a butt chin.
A what?
Her chin was a butt. Joey called her butt chin to her face, but she didn't like that.
Oh, you mean she had a cleft chin?
Yeah, a butt. I liked her chin. I never called her that, though.
You should always be nice to the girl you like. Is she your girlfriend?
Yes, I've got lots of girls that are friends.
Oh, never mind.
She was really pretty. I miss looking at her. I bet she would have liked going fishing.
If she ever comes to Kepler, I promise, we'll take her fishing.
I think I got one.
Don't yank on it. Reel it in slowly.
I got one.
Slowly.
I got one.
That's a sunfish. Let me take that off the hook for you.
Wait until my mom sees it.
It's awfully small. I think we should throw it back.
No way. I'm keeping it.
There's not much to eat on it.
It's enough. I love this fish.
Let me put it on a stringer for you.
Since it's a sunfish, I'm going to name him Sunny.
I think that's a very good name.
Would you put another worm on my hook?
Yes, I will.
Hey, Gil.
Yeah.
I've got a grandpa already, and he's nice, but he just sits in his chair most of the time. Can I call you Grandpa Gil?
Don't you think it would hurt his feelings?
No. Besides, everyone is supposed to have 2 grandpas. And I only have 1. You could be my other one.
I would be proud to be called Grandpa Gil.
A short ways from the pond, we find the home of Gil and Helen Schneider. Helen, Gil's wife, is entertaining Carolyn, Jack's mother, on the porch, waiting for their fishermen to return.
This is really good lemonade, Helen.
I freshly squeezed it myself. I don't like the store-bought kind. Too sweet. It takes 8 lemons to make 1 glass. They use too much sugar down at Ray's Diner. If you put too much sugar in, it loses its kick.
Well, it's very good.
I swear, the way Gilbert drinks it during the summer, I might have to start buying it by the trainload. Are you and Jack settling into Kepler here?
Jack loves it. He's made a few friends at school, and there's a boy right next to my parents' house that's his age.
Mm-hmm. And what about you?
Ray's been really good to me, but I don't feel like I can make enough here to get ahead.
You don't need much here.
I know. I just don't like the idea of living in my parents' house forever. I was thinking I might move to Fargo. I could find a better paying job up there.
What about Daryl?
Daryl, he's great.
And?
You sound like my mother. No, we haven't made any permanent plans yet. He wants to make sergeant before we take the next step.
Oh, hogwash. Do you like him?
Yes,
Does he like you?
I think so.
Is he good to Jack?
He's great with him.
Then get married! I don't understand this generation. Everyone wants everything to be just so before they get married. It's never going to be perfect. I'm still looking for perfect with Gil, and we've been married forever.
It's not that simple.
You like him, he likes you. What else do you need?
I don't want to be broke all the time.
Gil and I were broke the first 15 years we were married. If we waited to have enough money before we tied the knot, we still wouldn't be married.
I just don't think we can make a go of it financially here in Kepler.
You see that house across the street? That's the old Kepler mansion. They founded this town 150 years ago. Now the house sits empty. It's been empty for 10 years. Kenny and Clara tried to fix it up, but it turned out Kenny couldn't pound a nail straight, so they abandoned it. I think you and Daryl should buy it and turn it into a bed and breakfast.
We couldn't afford that place.
I happen to know the city assessor, and he said the city is willing to sell it for less than $1,000.
The city assessor?
Gilbert! Ha! That's one of the many jobs he's obtained since he retired.
Huh. That is a nice house.
It just needs a little TLC.
Is that Gil and Jack coming out from behind the house?
Yes, they were fishing in the pond behind the house. Gil hasn't fixed the motor on his boat yet. Here come the mighty fishermen.
I hope they found something in common to talk about.
Gil was making out a little card with topics that they could discuss.
Mom, I got a fish. Cook it up for dinner.
It's awfully small.
It's a sunfish. I named him Sunny. Gil didn't catch anything. I told him to use worms, but he wanted to use his little spinny thing.
It's a spinnerbait.
I wouldn't want to eat a spinner if I was a fish. I would want some worms. I still have some worms left over. Do you want a worm, Mom?
I don't think so.
I might need them anyway. Grandpa Gil and I are going to be in a big tournament next week. We're going for big mouth bass.
Largemouth.
We didn't see any today, just the sunfish. I'm going to catch the biggest fish with the biggest mouth and win first place.
That sounds great, honey.
Grandpa Gil?
Grandpa Gil?
Yeah, I named him Grandpa Gil because I only have one grandpa and you're allowed to have 2, and since I don't have my other one, I thought I'd make Gil my other grandpa.
Did you ask Gil if you could call him that?
Yeah.
It's fine.
If you don't want him to.
It's fine.
What about the tournament?
We're fishing in it next weekend.
if you don't want to.
It's fine.
I'll make sandwiches.
Helen's going to make sandwiches.
Mom, I think we need to take Sonny home now. You can cook him up for dinner.
Okay, dear. Go get in the car.
Thanks, Grandpa Gil. Next week, we're going to win with one of those big mouths.
You don't have to take him next weekend.
It's no problem.
He can be a bit much. I tell him no most of the time. If I told him yes all the time, we'd be living on Saturn right now.
He does like Saturn.
I'd better go cook up that massive fish he caught. I haven't cooked fish in 10 years.
They've got fish fillets on sale at the grocery store right now. Jack will never know the difference. Gil never has.
What?
Nothing, dear.
Gil, if you change your mind.
It'll be fine.
I told her the Kepler mansion was for sale.
Would you stop meddling all the time, Helen?
Wasn't meddling. I just told her that it only cost $1,000.
That sounds like meddling to me. What?
Grandpa Gil.
He came up with it, not me.
Hook, Line, and Sinker, a Kepler story written by Kevin Kennedy. The big morning is here. The 8th annual Kepler Fishing Tournament kicks off in just a few hours. Ray's Diner in Kepler, North Dakota is packed. Anglers from all over the region are here to compete, including a professional fisherman, 2 guys named Mike, and our friends Gil and Jack. It even looks like a couple of radio folks stopped by Kepler to see the action.
Thanks for the interview, Chuck.
See you out on the water.
Hey, Ray, who were those guys talking to?
They were talking to Chuck Logan.
The fishing pro?
Yeah, he's right over there.
Isn't his nickname Chuck Caught My Limit Logan?
Yeah, I think that is his nickname. Go ahead and sit in the booth next to him.
We're not going to win this thing.
God, speak for yourself. I'm winning this tournament. That trophy is going to have Mike Randolph engraved on it.
Only if you steal it and handwrite it on there. While you're at it, write my name, Mike Knutson, on it. You're not winning. The biggest fish you ever caught was a perch.
No, the biggest fish I ever caught was a carp.
This is a bass fishing tournament.
How did they know you were going to be here, Chuck?
They probably read it on my website. Those fishing announcers keep up with me.
Okay.
You grew up in this town?
No, I told you my Aunt Clara lived here and I would come up every summer for a week.
Was she at our wedding?
No, she died when I was 15.
I can't believe you convinced me to come up here to fish in this tournament.
Well, I told you I have very fond memories of Kepler. I remember swimming in Lake Killebrew when I was a little girl.
I just read that the prize purse is only $1,000. I won $35,000 2 weeks ago.
Well, you're not doing this for the money.
Of course I'm doing it for the money. I'm a professional fisherman. I should be fishing in the Lake of the Ozarks tournament this weekend.
Well, you won that last year. Besides, this is one more state we can check off.
You just said that you came to North Dakota every summer as a girl.
Well, I've been to North Dakota. You've never been to North Dakota. We've never been to North Dakota as a couple. This makes 36 states.
Okay, just promise me that as soon as I catch my first fish, we can go. Maybe we can get down to the Lake of the Ozarks by tomorrow.
Eat up, Jack. You're going to need your energy.
After I get my fish, Grandpa Gil, I'm going to bring it back to the bait shop and put it in the tank with Bingo.
Bingo is probably gone.
No, he's still there. I'm sure of it.
Helen packed sandwiches. Make sure you go to the bathroom before we get on the lake. We don't want to have to come in every hour so you can use the bathroom.
I went this morning.
Go again before we leave the diner.
Can I get you anything else?
No, Ray, Jack just needs to eat his cinnamon roll.
Did you get the motor working on your boat?
I've been fiddling with it all week. It should be okay.
Let me get Mike and Mike's order. What can I get you guys?
Quit trying to eavesdrop on him.
He just said he won $35,000 in a tournament.
Hey, Ray, are you really sponsoring the tournament this year?
Yeah, they were going to cancel it otherwise. I've been having a pretty good year.
Is the prize money $1,000?
Yeah.
Wow, that is a lot of money.
It's not that much. I'm not paying $35,000.
Can we have some menus?
Sure. I'll be right back.
I love the cinnamon roll.
Take your time. You don't have to eat it in one bite. Ray, Jack here loves the cinnamon roll.
My wife made them.
Tell her they're a big hit with Jack.
When do we go fishing?
Soon.
I'm going to get the biggest fish and win the tournament.
If you get the biggest fish, you'll win $1,000.
$1,000?
What would you do with that much money, Jack?
Probably buy my mom a house.
Well, I don't know if...
and a car.
That's a lot of...
And fly us back to Chicago so I can see Joey. I'd have to tell him that I'm rich.
You got a lot of plans, it seems.
But we wouldn't stay in Chicago. I like it here better.
Ray?
Duty calls.
Can you bring these plates to table 1?
This is a great turnout for the fishing tournament, Cheryl. That guy over there is Chuck Logan.
I know. Chuck caught my limit, Logan. He's 6th on the leaderboard for Angler of the Year.
How do you know his name?
It's written on his RV outside. Sounds a little bit full of himself.
How did you know he was 6th?
I looked it up.
I knew there was a reason I married you.
I thought you married me for my cooking. Anyone can use the internet.
By the way, Jack loves the cinnamon rolls.
He should. I made them special for him.
He really wants to win the tournament.
I want him to win the tournament. Can we just give him the prize? Here, go give Mr. Caught My Limit his eggs.
And here are your eggs and bacon.
These are really good cinnamon rolls.
How far is it to Missouri?
Would you quit worrying about the Ozarks and enjoy North Dakota?
What is there to enjoy in North Dakota?
I hear you're a professional fisherman.
Hi, I'm Julie Logan, Chuck's wife. Honey, would you like to introduce yourself?
Huh? Hey, how far is it to Missouri?
Let's see, we drove down there about 10 years ago. I could ask my wife.
Honey, don't you like the cinnamon rolls?
I didn't eat one.
Sure you did. Remember? You had a bite and said how good it was.
This thing says it's an 11-hour drive to Missouri. We'll never make it in time for the second day entry. Is there an airport in this town?
Phil flies a crop duster.
Where can I find Phil? I want him to fly me to Missouri early tomorrow morning.
He lives just outside of town. His plane is only a one-seater.
Only a one-seater.
I'll be back in a moment. Here are your menus.
Where on earth did you get such a massive coffee thermos?
It's called a trucker's companion. Technically, it's a coffee mug. It has a screw on top and a reusable straw.
It looks like a keg.
It comes in 5 different styles: red, blue, green, silver, camo. I chose silver.
What? Are you their salesman?
I use it when I have to go fishing so I don't have to come in.
If you drank that whole thing, you'd have to come in 5 times just to go to the bathroom.
It's not that big.
It must be at least a gallon.
96 ounces.
You could water the crops with that thing.
Can I get you guys anything before you go down the lake?
Can you have Cheryl make some sandwiches for us?
Sure thing. I've got ham and turkey.
I'd like ham, mayo, and mustard. Lots of mustard.
I'll take turkey, mayo, no mustard.
I'll take his mustard.
You are a truly disgusting human being.
Mustard is good for my skin.
That's ridiculous. Where did you hear that?
I read it on the internet.
Your skin is terrible.
Hey, can you fill my coffee mug for me, Ray?
Where on earth did you get a thermos that big?
Mug. It's my fishing mug.
More like end of times thermos. You could live off that for a year.
I am not letting you have any when we get out on the water.
Oh, you probably haven't washed it in 5 years.
I'm gonna have to make 3 pots of coffee. I'll be back. Here's your check, Gil.
Grandpa Gil,
Yeah?
do you see that guy over there?
Yes.
His picture's on the side of that truck outside.
You're right.
He's holding a fish.
That's because he's a professional fisherman.
What does that mean?
It means he gets paid to go fishing.
Do we get paid to go fishing?
No, we just do it for fun.
I want to get paid to go fishing.
If you win the tournament today, you'll get paid.
Can we go see Bingo today?
Who's Bingo?
The big fish at the store.
At the bait store?
Yeah, the place we got the worms.
We have to get out on the water.
I just want to see Bingo for good luck.
Okay.
Here's your check, Mr. Logan.
The only way we're going to be able to do this is if we get a fish in the first hour, turn it in, then I'll drive to Lake Ozark while you stay behind to collect the prize money.
I'm not staying here while you go off to another tournament.
How am I going to win both tournaments then?
Well, you're not. We're going to stay here overnight. There are things to do besides fishing.
Like what?
Well, I want to show you around town, the places I used to hang out here when I was a kid.
It's a small town. So what?
It's a part of my childhood. That's why.
Mike wants this thermos filled with coffee.
That thing? It's big enough to hold 2 full pots of coffee.
I know.
He's going to be coming in every 5 minutes to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
That's going to be a whole lot of caffeine. Maybe I should put decaf in there.
Also, could you make a turkey sandwich and a ham sandwich with lots of mustard? Mayo on both.
Yeah, but lots of mustard on the ham sandwich? Why on earth would he want that?
It's part of his new skincare routine.
Well, did they say what kind of bread?
It doesn't matter. They're going to be arguing the whole time and they won't notice.
Thanks for everything, Cheryl. See you out at the lake, Ray. Stand next to the RV, Jack. I want to take a picture of you standing next to the big fish on the side.
Wow! Look, Grandpa Gil, this fish is as big as me!
It's not real. They just blew the picture up so that it covered the whole side.
I want to catch a fish that big.
There are no fish that big.
I bet there are.
Honey, there's some people taking pictures next to the RV.
Yeah, happens all the time.
It's a boy and his grandpa. You should go out there and take a picture with him.
No, that's why I put the picture on the side, honey, so people can take a picture with that.
Go out there and take a picture with the kid. Give him some lures and one of your specially made shirts.
He's fine. He looks happy just looking at the picture of me.
The lid was a bit tight, but Cheryl was able to get it off.
It was probably rusted on.
No coffee for you.
Whew. The smell of all that mustard will probably scare the fish away.
I'll see you guys out on the lake. Tackle boxes, rods, reels, aluminum boats, trolling motors. You can find it all at Lake Killebrew for the 8th annual Kepler Fishing Tournament. More than 24 boats, including our good friends Mike and Mike with their sandwiches and giant coffee mug, professional fisherman Chuck Logan and his wife Julie, and still on shore, our friends Gil and Jack. Let's see who's able to reel in the biggest fish.
This is Kyle Agri.
And I'm Scotty Brewer of the mighty 790 KFGO, coming to you from the shores of Lake Killebrew down here in Kepler, North Dakota for the 8th annual Kepler Bass Fishing Tournament.
Hey, you know, Scott, this tournament almost didn't happen this year because they lost the sponsorship.
That's right, Kyle. Last year's purse was only $200, but a new sponsor, Ray's Diner of Kepler, North Dakota, put up $1,000 for the winner of today's tournament.
Wow, obviously a small purse will only attract the locals, but with the increased purse this year, the tournament has attracted some national talent.
That's right. Angler of the Year, Chuck Caught My Limit, Logan is here.
It's kind of surprising that he isn't down in Missouri this weekend fishing Lake of the Ozarks in that tournament.
Well, we got a chance to talk to Chuck this morning, and it seems like he has a local connection, and that's why he's here.
His wife, Julie, has relatives in Kepler, and he really wanted to come up and see them.
Chuck just went out in the boat with his wife for a few minutes ago.
It's going to be tough for the local anglers to win this tournament with a pro like Chuck. I got a look at his boat moments ago, and he is well outfitted with all the latest gear.
The rules for this tournament are simple. Only 2 fishermen or fisherwomen are allowed on each boat. Whoever catches the biggest wins the prize money.
We have 25 boats out on the water with a total of 37 entrants. We'll be giving you live updates throughout the day here. This is Kyle Agri and Scott Brewer coming to you live from Lake Killebrew in Kepler, North Dakota.
Where are we going?
Looks like most of the boats are going out to the north side of the lake. I think we'll have better luck over on the south side.
What is this?
A hummingbird helix.
A what?
Fish finder. Finds the fish for us. Costs $3,000. My sponsor gave it to me.
Well, it looks like a computer.
It is a computer.
Well, can I send my mom an email?
No.
Well, why do you have so many fishing rods?
So I can catch more fish.
What's this?
Trolling motor. That cost $3,000 also. I got that from a different sponsor. It has an autopilot with a GPS on it. I set that to keep us going on a specific path to keep my bait at a depth of 18 feet.
You have a lot of stuff to just catch a few fish.
This is what I do for a living, Julie. You knew that when you married me.
Well, why don't you just connect this all to an app on your phone and it can do it all for you?
Don't worry, I'm already working on that.
Everybody's going to the north side of the lake.
That's where all the best fishing is.
That professional fisherman is going to the south side of the lake.
So?
So maybe he knows something we don't?
How many times have you fished this lake?
I don't know, probably 500 times.
Where is the best bass fishing?
The north side of the lake.
Exactly.
But he's professional. He has tricks that he can use.
What tricks? Is he going to trick the fish?
Professional fisherman tricks. He has all sorts of gear that we don't have.
He still has to bring the fish in with the same rod and lures that we have.
He has 15 rods on his boat. I counted them.
He can only catch one fish. We haven't even thrown our lines in, and you've already lost to him.
No, I'm just saying that he might know something about the south side of the lake that we don't know.
Fine. We'll go to the south side of the lake. I don't think I can handle you complaining all day about this.
I just think we might have a better chance.
Fine. I've turned the boat around.
Good.
Ah, darn it!
The boat motor won't start, Helen.
I told you to get that fixed.
I thought I fixed it myself.
Gilbert Schneider, you have never fixed a motor in your life. You tried to fix the motor in my Chevrolet years ago and it cost twice as much to fix when you finally brought it into the mechanic. How's Jack?
He's carrying the tackle box up the shoreline right now. We're going to fish from shore.
Well, you fished from the shore of that pond last week and he caught a sunfish.
We're not going to win fishing from the shoreline. We won't be able to move around.
I swear I don't know what I'm going to do with you sometimes, Gilbert. There are just as many fish on that shoreline as there are out in the middle of the lake. Now, get out there and bring back a fish that Jack can win with. He is counting on winning.
There is a professional fisherman in this tournament.
What professional fisherman?
Chuck caught my limit, Logan.
Caught my what?
Caught my limit.
That is the silliest name I have ever heard.
It's his nickname. He's well known in the fishing world.
Well, I've never heard of him.
He's Angler of the Year.
I'm sure he puts his pants on one leg at a time, just like you do.
He's really good.
I don't think the fish have ever heard of him. And I doubt the fish are swimming up to his boat and surrendering.
I suppose you're right.
Of course I'm right. Now, go down there with that boy and catch some fish.
Are you ready to catch some fish, Jack?
I tried to put a worm on my hook, but it broke in half.
Do you want to use one of my lures?
I think the fish like worms better.
I've caught some big fish with my lures.
I caught Sunny with the worm.
Okay, a worm it is.
Grandpa Gil, do you think we can catch a big fish like that guy has on the side of his truck? I think he's a pretty good fisherman.
He is a good fisherman.
Do you think we can get as big a fish as him?
He puts his pants on one leg at a time, just like you, Jack.
I used to swim in this lake as a girl.
Just keep an eye on the screen, Julie.
I had some friends that had a house somewhere over there, and we'd swim off the end of their dock.
We should be picking up something any minute now.
Paula. and her sister's name was... Oh, I can't remember. Isn't that funny? I spent 5 or 6 summers on this lake, and I can't remember their names. I wonder if they're still over there.
Did you ever fish on this lake?
Once off their dock.
Did you catch anything?
Yeah, something, but I couldn't get the hook out of its mouth. I squeezed it so hard it pooped on my shorts. We ended up cutting the line, and it flopped on the deck and fell back in the water. I wonder if it's still swimming around with that hook in its mouth.
This looks like a good place to drop anchor.
Grab the tackle box. What do you mean,
I forgot it?
We're not that far out. Let's go back to the car and get it.
I forgot to pack it. Sitting in my garage at home. Let's go get it.
That's a half hour each way. We can't spare that kind of time.
Maybe someone will borrow us lures.
Everyone is along the north side of the lake. Only Chuck Logan is along the south side of the lake.
I'm sure he has lots of lures he can share.
You don't become a fishing pro by handing out your lures. How could you forget the tackle box? That's the most important part of fishing.
I was so busy worrying about my new rod that I forgot.
I don't see anybody around. We could end up spending the whole day trying to find other boaters, and they might not lend us some lures.
Oh, well, let's use something else.
I'm about to cut you up and use you for bait.
Hey, we could get some worms.
Where?
On shore. We'll dig them up.
With what? Did you bring a shovel?
We could use our hands.
To dig up worms? Are you out of your mind?
I have a candy bar in my pocket.
I'm sure the bass want a Snickers. I can't believe I'm stuck on a boat with you and we have no bait.
The sandwiches. We could use them for bait.
The bread'll get soggy.
Not the bread, the meat. Here, okay. Let's see. This is the ham. That's mine. Here's your turkey sandwich.
I was really looking forward to eating this sandwich.
I'm going to throw a scrap of bread in the water and see if it attracts some fish.
With all that mustard on it?
Oh, all right, I'll lick it off.
That's disgusting.
But delicious, though. Here, fishy.
I doubt there are fish that like mustard.
I licked most of the mustard off.
It seems we've attracted a duck.
Maybe they like mustard. He does like mustard. I'm going to throw in another piece. Here, ducky, ducky, ducky.
This is ridiculous. Here, duck. There's only mayo on my bread.
He likes mine better. Must be the mustard.
It looks like we're attracting his friends.
They all must smell the mustard.
Too bad this isn't a duck fishing tournament. That one likes my mayo bread. Here's another piece, duck.
Wow, they have a big family.
Hey, duck, you stay in the water. We'll throw the bread out to you.
You better hand over more bread.
I was going to save a slice to fold it over the turkey.
I don't think he's going to let you.
Hey, stay in the water. Get out of the boat.
Oh, that duck plucked the bread right out of my hand.
Back off, duck. Mike, duck.
I know, there's a lot of ducks.
No, put your head down. Hey, he didn't bite you. Ducks don't have teeth. Ow, he just bit me.
Shoot, duck, shoot.
Oh, shoot. Ow.
Let me get the mustard off. Bit my lip.
Hey, throw the bread in the water. The whole sandwich is in the water. Fly away before we whack.
Oh, man. Oh, that was close. We could have been killed.
Now we don't have anything to fish with.
Oh, look, there's a slice of ham on the bottom of the boat.
I have a slice of turkey.
Oh, do bass like ham and turkey?
How would I know?
Whoa, you got a welt above your eye.
Your lip is bleeding. Fishing with turkey was one of the dumbest ideas we've ever tried. We've been here for hours and haven't gotten the slightest nibble.
Do you have a better idea?
Yes, bring the tackle box next time. No one wins a fishing tournament without bait.
Hey, would you like a sip of coffee from my thermos?
We should use that giant thermos as bait. I'm sure if we threw that in the water, we could attract jaws.
I've always wanted to go deep sea fishing for sharks.
Can I come with and throw you in to chum the water?
We could charter a boat and go fishing off the coast of Florida.
That actually doesn't sound too bad. I'll be in charge of the bait next time.
Deal.
All right, hand me that keg-sized thermos and I'll take a drink.
Here you go.
It's still hot.
It'll keep coffee hot for 2 days. It has super insulation technology.
Super insulation technology. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
That's what it says on the side.
It also says made in Canada on the side.
Mike.
And guaranteed for 5 years on the side.
Your bobber's going down.
It also says can legally be used as a bowling ball in all bowling sanctioned tournaments on the side.
Keep your rod tip up, Mike.
It also says translate into 5 languages. Hey, there's something on my line.
I was trying to tell you.
Here, hold this. He's got some kick. Get the net ready.
Mike, I forgot the net also.
Come on, stay on the hook. Grab your rod. You have a bite. Don't yank it.
Whoa, that was close. I almost lost the rod.
Keep your tip up.
Come on, buddy.
My fish is close to the boat. I can see it. It's a huge bass. Get the net ready.
I can't lose my fish. I told you I don't have the net.
We'll use something.
I don't have anything.
Take the top off your thermos.
Here, he's right there. Keep him inside the boat.
He's huge. He's got to be 20 pounds.
Whoa, mine's hit the boat. Give me the thermos. Come here, you sucker. I'm winning $1,000.
He's going to beat himself to death.
Mine's as big as yours. They could be twins.
Mine's bigger.
Mine's bigger.
We're going in to turn these in.
Ham's the best bait I've ever used.
Oh, turkey's better.
I lost the thermos.
I think you mean mug.
I'm going to make sure to get the motor on the boat fixed, and I will take you out on the boat the next time we go fishing.
I see some fish.
Those are sunfish.
I caught a sunfish. Sunny.
They aren't very big.
I want to catch a big fish.
Bass are usually along the shoreline.
There's a fish with a mustache.
That's a bullhead.
A bullhead? It doesn't have horns.
It has whiskers.
Bulls have horns.
We've been standing here all morning and you haven't gotten a bite. Are you sure you don't want to try one of my lures?
No, fish like worms.
Sometimes they like lures better. It just might be one of those days.
I got something.
Let out a little line. There you go. Now pull it lightly.
I think it's a big one.
It could be.
I can barely turn the handle.
That's okay. Just pull back on your fishing rod.
It's really big. I think it might pull me into the water.
I'll hold on to you. Just keep turning your reel. The line is coming up. It's coming towards the surface. Look out there. Do you see it?
It's huge.
It sure is. You've got him hooked pretty good. Keep turning the reel.
How will I get him on the shore?
Don't worry. I've got a net. Quick. Get the slack out of that line. Keep reeling.
That's big enough to win.
I think you're right.
I'm going to buy my mom a house.
Let's get him first. I'm going to use the net. Just hold the line steady. Come here, fish.
Did you get him?
He's twisting around in the net. Just keep the line steady. I've got him. Oh!
What happened?
He threw the line and slipped out of the net.
Was it my fault?
No, Jack. I lost him.
Hook, Line, and Sinker, a Kepler story, written by Kevin Kennedy. The 8th annual Kepler fishing tournament is coming to a close. Mike and Mike each think they have a record-breaking fish, and professional angler Chuck Logan is still on the water. Unfortunately, Gil and Jack had a winner on the line, but like all good fishing stories, they ended up with nothing. Let's see who takes home the big $1,000 prize and all the bragging rights.
You've pulled in 5 fish and let them go.
I kept one that we can eat tonight.
What about the other ones?
None of them are winners. Trust me, I know the size of the fish I need to win this tournament.
I thought you needed to keep 5 fish?
No, it's not that kind of a tournament. The biggest fish wins this rinky-dink little tournament. I think a 5-pounder will win this thing.
Every time I come out on this boat with you, the rules are different.
Just keep your eyes on the hummingbird.
The what?
The fish finder. Come on. The thing that finds the fish. See those outlines? Those are fish.
I know what fish look like.
Then do your job and let me know when we're near them.
You could say please.
I got something. Hey, grab the net, have it ready.
What is it?
Oh, it's a bass. It's a big one.
Oh, I see it. It's bigger than the other ones.
Easy, boy. You're coming into the boat with me. Oh, he's got some fight.
I'm not taking him off the hook.
Come on now. No, I'm gonna net him. I don't want to lose him against the side of the boat with the net.
Oh, that's a big fish.
Hand me the net. Now, hand me.
You don't have to yell.
Come here, boy. Nice and easy. Oh, this is a big boy. He's easily over 20 inches.
Wow.
This one will win the tournament. You're looking at $1,000 fish, baby. No one in this little town will be able to catch this big of a fish.
You really are arrogant sometimes.
Honey, I sized up the competition back at that rinky-dink little diner. There is no one here as good as me.
Ow! The fish just flipped up against me.
It's just a little fish. Don't be such a baby.
There is a reason I don't come out on the boat with you.
What did I do?
You strut around and act like you're better than everybody.
I am better than everyone at fishing. I'm putting this fish in the live well. We're going in, turning it in. We're driving all night to Missouri. I'll fish tired tomorrow if I have to.
I told you I wanted to stay overnight in Kepler.
Well, I decided that we are leaving tonight.
Well, you can be such a jerk sometimes.
Hey, help me back in the boat.
Don't worry. I checked the hummingbird helix. It's not deep. You can stand on the bottom. Plus, the shore is right there. You walk back. I'll go turn in the fish for you.
This is Kyle Agri from KFGO. I'm here with Scott Brewer down in Kepler, North Dakota.
Welcome back to the 8th annual Kepler Bass Fishing Tournament. It's been a crazy week out here on the water. Professional fisherman Chuck Caught My Limit Logan fell out of the boat while fighting a fish. He was able to reel it in and turn it in, and it looks big enough that it just might be the winning fish.
Chuck had to walk halfway around the lake because he wasn't able to get back out to his boat. His wife brought the boat back in and turned in his trophy fish.
He spent the last half hour in his RV changing clothes and trying to dry off.
Hey Scott, I've just been handed the final results of the tournament.
The winner of today's contest will win $1,000 courtesy of Ray from Ray's Diner. There have been a lot of fish pulled out of Lake Killebrew here in Kepler, North Dakota.
In third place with a bass that is 21.5 inches and weighs 5.82 pounds,
Chuck Caught My Limit Logan.
In second place with a bass that is 22.3 inches and weighing in at 6.49 pounds, we have Mike Crandy. Is that correct? This card is all smudged and I can't quite make out the last name.
Oh, I'm sure there's only one Mike in the winners column, so we should easily get this figured out.
In first place with a bass that is 22.4 inches and weighing in at 6.51 pounds, we have Mike... Oh no, his name is almost illegible here. Mike Rutzel? Is that right? Is there a Mike Rutzel in the audience?
There are two awfully close winners, so there you have it, folks. A very tight tournament with the top two fish coming in close. I'm sure judges will get it sorted out. This is Scott Brewer.
And I'm Kyle Agri coming to you from the 8th annual Kepler Bass Fishing Tournament out here on Lake Killebrew in Kepler, North Dakota, saying, I hope all your lures bring in fantastic fish.
The winning fish was my fish.
It was my fish.
Look at him. This is the fish I caught.
It looks exactly like the other fish.
But this one is slightly larger and is my fish.
Okay, I know how we can solve this. We'll smell his mouth, and if he smells like turkey, it's your fish. If it smells like ham, it's my fish.
Fine. Give me that fish. Smells like turkey.
Wait a minute. Let me smell it. Smells like mustard. It's mine.
That's not mustard.
The fish has a distinct smell of mustard.
You licked all the mustard off the ham.
There was mustard residue on it.
We need to get a professional opinion.
Who would be a professional in a situation like this?
A mustard expert.
Hey, I eat more mustard than anyone in Kepler. That would make me the local mustard expert. I smell mustard.
You can't be the judge. You're not a disinterested party.
I'm telling you that I can pick up the distinct smell of mustard residue, and I'm so tired of fishing with
what
you.
makes you
I am
the
never
expert?
going to go fishing
You
with you
can't
again.
smell a
I
dead
didn't bring
fish
the
if it was
lures
under
because
your
you're too
pillow.
stupid to use the
I
lure.
don't care
You have
what
no
you say.
idea. A bobber? You know what a bobber is? Watch your head.
The thing about fishing, Jack, is you never know what is going to happen.
Yeah.
You'll catch a bigger fish the next time we go fishing.
I just wanted to win so I could buy my mom a house.
She would have loved that fish.
I just wanted Bingo to have a friend.
I'll tell her that you had the biggest fish of the tournament on the line and it got away.
I really wanted to show her.
You know, I've got just the idea.
I wonder who won the tournament.
I'm sure whoever won it didn't have as big a fish as you.
Joey would have loved to see that fish.
Maybe he still can.
Hook, Line, and Sinker, a Kepler Story by Kevin Kennedy. Gil and Jack didn't win the big fishing tournament, but Gil's got something up his sleeve. Let's find out how he's going to save the day for little Jack.
Let's get to the text club. At 35270, someone said, what is a good test for allergies for a golden retriever? Something that specifically tells what the animal is allergic to.
The gold standard is going to be intradermal skin testing, where they sedate the dog and shave a big patch of hair on the side, and they'll...
What are we doing back at the worm store?
I need to pick something up. Do you want to come inside and see Bingo?
No, I wasn't able to get him a friend for his tank. He'll be sad.
You wait here. I'll be right out.
Welcome to Hook, Line, and Sinker, the best bait shop in North Dakota. We specialize...
I know. You specialize in rods and lures and all my fishing needs.
That's right. We import the best products and...
From all over the world, I know. I need something else from you.
What?
I want to buy Bingo.
Bingo?
The bass fish you have over in that tank.
He's not for sale.
Look, I've got a broken-hearted 8-year-old boy sitting out in the parking lot. He had a tournament-winning fish on his line, and I let it get out of the net. That fish is just sitting there in the tank. You could really make his day by selling me that fish.
I don't know.
Didn't you say, Hook, Line, and Sinker is committed to your fishing enjoyment?
I'm supposed to say that to every customer.
This would give him the most fishing enjoyment.
What do I tell my boss?
That you made the day of an 8-year-old boy?
What is that?
It's a cooler.
What's inside?
Why don't you take a look?
Bingo!
He's for you.
What?
So you can show your mom.
Wow, that's a lot of lemonade, Helen.
It's all freshly squeezed.
It must be 2 gallons.
It's 3 gallons. I went to every grocery store in Wapaton and bought up all their lemons.
It's going to take me quite a while to drink all of that.
You can freeze it. Although Gil doesn't like it when I do that. He thinks it loses some of its taste.
I'm sure it's fine.
If he had to squeeze 1 lemon, he would buy the frozen concentrate.
I wonder if they caught any fish.
I'll be surprised if they even got out on the lake.
Why?
Gil was fussing with that motor all week and he wasn't able to get it started. Told him, fish from the shore. If you and Daryl ever get married, you're going to have to keep him from any harebrained ideas that he can fix things. Gil never fails to make a $10 repair end up costing $100. Just call the electrician or the plumber before he can even get his tools. In fact, hide his tools.
I'll remember that.
And when you get a house, only let him paint or move the furniture.
It's funny that you should mention that, Helen. Daryl and I were talking yesterday, and we were thinking that we might buy the Kepler house. I told him that the house cost around $1,000, and he thought it might be a good investment for us.
It is a good-looking house from the street.
Jack was telling me all week that he was going to win the fishing tournament and buy me the house with the money.
Oh, well, that would be nice. But I have to tell you something.
What is it?
Someone bought the house just this week.
Oh.
Gil came home on Wednesday and said, somebody bought it.
Oh. Huh. Well, it's just as well. It's probably someone that wants to fix it up.
I'm sure it was someone like that.
There are other houses.
Here they come!
Hi, Mom.
Hi, honey.
Look what we got.
What is it?
You have to look inside.
Is that the winning fish?
It's better, Mom. It's Bingo.
Bingo.
He's from the bait shop.
Wait, so you didn't catch this fish?
No, Grandpa Gil bought it.
So you didn't win?
No. Although we had a bigger fish than that on the line. I mean, Jack did.
So where is that fish?
Grandpa Gil had it in the net, but it got out.
Oh, so you didn't win?
No, I didn't win the $1,000, Mom. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay, honey. I'm just confused. What are you going to do with Bingo?
We're going to let him go, Mom.
Where?
Over there in that pond behind that house where we caught Sunny.
I don't know if we can do that.
Sure we can, Mom. No one lives there.
Well, Jack, someone just bought that house this week. Isn't that right, Gil?
Yes.
I don't think we can let it go in that pond. Someone else owns that pond now, Jack. I'm sorry.
But I want to go say hi to Bingo some days.
Maybe we can talk to the new owners, Jack. Do you have any idea who bought that house, Gil?
I do.
Gil and I bought it.
What?
Gil and I bought it. And we want you to have it.
What? No, I can't accept.
You are going to take it, or I will give it to that fish.
Jack, would you like to live there?
I would love to live there.
That settles it. Jack is moving in there with the fish.
Bingo.
Thank you.
Can we let Bingo go in the pond?
Let's go do it. Let's dump him and all of the water into the pond.
I wanted to keep the water in case we get another fish.
We can get more water. Let's dump him.
Grandpa Gil, we need to go fishing next week to get Bingo a friend.
Sounds like a good plan.
You're not going anywhere until you get that boat motor fixed.
We can fish from the shore, Grandma Helen.
Grandma Helen.
I don't know where he came up with that.
Uh-huh.
You are not to touch that motor, Gilbert. There is a boat place in Wahpeton, and I've already made an appointment for you to take it in there on Monday.
I think I can fix it.
If you touch that motor, I'm going straight home and I'm dumping that gallon of lemonade I made you straight down the sink.
Why don't you think I can fix
Oh,
that?
you never
what
fix
happened to all
anything.
My tools? I can't even find my tools.
That was Hook, Line, and Sinker, a Kepler story, written by Kevin Kennedy, based on a story by Kevin Kennedy and J.J. Gordon, featuring the voice talents of Jay Nelson, Pam Strait, Ali Juvie, Noah Moline, Kevin Kennedy, Ginny Kennedy, Jim Hagel, Bill Lucas, Miles Barnum, Kathy Hansen, Matt Smith, Scotty Brewer, and Kyle Agri.